There's no way for me to communicate to his regular pediatrician, his specialists, his CNA in the home, he also gets ABA therapy, and that's in the home as well. And there's like multiple people that are on his team. I literally have to either text, call, email 20 different people.
When we first heard about the HRSA challenge for care coordination and knowing that there's a need for improved care coordination here in Delaware, we immediately thought of one of our member organizations, Danio Diary.
Danio Diary is a technology that was built to help the senior care market for keeping family members and loved ones in touch with their seniors in care, whether it be at home or at facilities. And what the system does is it tracks updates of individuals and disseminates that information in real time to what we call a care network. When Family Shade came to us and talked to us about the HRSA challenge for children with special health care needs, we identified very quickly with that scenario. We've made it very simple to use. It's a matter of a click here, a click there, a quick text, a note there, or a picture to upload.
Initially, we planned to use the same agency-focused approach that Danio often uses with the senior care population, where a facility may be maintaining an individual's Danio. The team quickly realized, though, that this model was not a good fit for our population. And the team then pivoted to a more family-centered approach, where a family member maintained and managed their child's own Danio. The advantage of using this model is that the family has ultimate control over what information is entered into the Danio and who can see that information.
When it came to the training of the families, one-on-one, or we did 1 or 2 families at a time, so literally a family member sat right next to me. We had a presentation that we went through, but it was more getting to know each family and what their needs might be, so how they might be able to utilize the app to its fullest. I reached out to them via the app every 3 days, and then personally I tried to reach out to them every couple weeks to see how they were doing. Did they have a question with the app? Was there any technical challenge? Was there anything with it that they needed to utilize the app for that we were there to answer for them?
When I was approached to test Danio Diary, I immediately was like, yay, it's finally a tool. Somebody's thinking about a parent that needs to remember it all, know it all, record it all.
Grace gets a lot of care at school and then outside of school. And then she also has her whole medical care. So I need to communicate that to not only the teacher but also the nurse in case, because they do, they can give her pain meds at school. Grace has a school issued iPad. So we installed the app on the iPad, and then I just posted and the teacher looked at it.
I could keep a history of changes. My son was on this day doing great, then had a seizure, had a little bit of a fever. Next day, fine again. 4th day or so, he has a seizure, we have to go to the hospital. Now I pull my Danio Diary and say, this is when he really started feeling bad. The medical team, they can see that you're knowledgeable, you organize, different attitude. They treat you better. They treat you as a part of now care team, and it's priceless because we are experts in our children's care.
Having a handful of these families consistently use it week after week, and not necessarily even multiple times per week, even if a family logged in once per week and they were logged in for a period of time that it was clear that they were using the product, and having that sustained use over a month or 2 signifies to me that it's a product that's useful to them, that they're incorporating it into their daily lives. I can see a large number of families having this be just part of what they do to manage their child's care.
Still, barriers to use existed. One participant reported difficulty getting buy-in from members of her son's care network.
We did have an issue over the summer where he was diagnosed with a rare bone disorder, and at the time, it was more relaying the information to family and caregivers at the same time. So I did send out emails and nobody responded to that. Instead, they were all texting me.
Guided by feedback like this, Family Shade and Danio Diary are shaping their trainings to offer new strategies for using the app. They're also enhancing the app's functionality.
The company, they're constantly updating and adding things into the product, which is nice. It's not something that's static and rigid, but they're very interested in being able to adapt this product to this new population.
Danio Diary has already made adjustments to its technology, releasing an update to the app during the pilot and revisiting the resources it provides to users trying to get family member and provider buy-in. The team plans to enhance its training methods, modify and add features based on user feedback, explore new avenues for outreach, and conduct a larger, more rigorous study based on available funding.
We had the opportunity to bring on some additional developers and get some more technical eyes onto the system and make it not more a technical interface, but more sophisticated, but still easy to use.
We added medication, so it allows people to track the medications that they're doing. Also allowed them any conditions that they had. And then one of the big things that people really liked with it was it allowed them to add attachments. So if they checked out of the hospital and they had a discharge paper, or they had some type of report that they wanted to attach, they were able to attach that to their family members' Danio.
It isn't just the parents who are using the product, but sometimes parents who have children who are a little bit older also engage in the product, using the product. And I think that's something to explore in phase 3. How do children use it, and how best can the product be adapted to facilitate communication, especially if it's an older child who is transitioning to more self-care, then how can it be used to help facilitate that transition?
I see this application evolving. I see this application becoming even better. And families definitely could use it. It's a phenomenal tool to organize your child's care. Why not?